Welcome everyone, it's RustyMoney here. This is a place of live streams, challenges, let's plays and more. So sit back and relax with your favorite beverage and a delicious donut, and I hope you enjoy this next creation. Well, welcome back everybody to another episode of the One Tile Challenge by Zorch Farming here on Calmlands. So I hope you enjoyed a little bit of that time lapse at the beginning, and as you can see I started to sell some grass from mowing, and I also have sold one more trailer load and bucket load of grass. So now I've sold a total of 3 loads of grass for not very much money. The money's up to $8,597, but we're going to make another purchase right now. So we're going to go into the build mode, and right down here we're going to place something, I think, and we're going to buy this here sell point. I would normally use a different sell point by Schultz Modding, a sell everything point, but I always use it, so I'm going to try and, like I said, challenge myself to use something different. So I'm going to go with this one, and I think it also fits the gameplay that I want to utilize here. So let's see. We are going to try and get this as cheap as we can. Maybe we need to rotate. Ooh, we actually get it cheaper that way. Cheaper this direction. Well, we don't need to go so much that direction. Can we get back down to that 150? Okay. Where are we at here? There we are. We're going to place this right here. We now have another place to sell product. And it sells a lot of different variations of stuff. Looks like we got a little terraforming. We will fix that later. But yeah, keep your friends close and your farmers closer. Locally grown food from locally grown farmers. I think this fits the gameplay really well. We got people traveling there on the highway and stuff. They can come by our property and buy from our little market. So, there we go. Alright, we will check the prices and see what that is doing, and then we're going to jet on up to the store, and we're going to make one other purchase. So let's go ahead and we will move out of the way of that there. And let's look at our prices now. We want to look at prices and see what we've got. Okay, so straw. The little market is actually selling straw $1 higher than the other two sell points. How about grass? The little market is comparable, selling for $74. The other two are selling for $75 and $77. How about silage and hay? Hay, it's selling for $97. Okay, cool. That's being real competitive. Silage. What do we got for silage? I went right by it. The little market is selling for $2.18. Wow, it's selling higher than the other two by $3. All right, cool. All right, first time I've ever utilized that sell point, so hopefully it will treat us well. We also won't have to travel as far. Because what I didn't know, and you probably noticed in this beginning of the episode there in the time lapse, was the marketplace is not up here by the store and all these other sell points and stuff like it used to be. So the marketplace is clear across the map on the other side, and driving over there at 20 miles an hour is really slow. So now we won't have to go over there too much if we don't want to. We spent a little money, but that's alright. Okay, we're going to go up here and we're going to buy another piece of equipment. So we'll get up in here and get that bought and get back to work. Let's just park the tractor right over here. Let's go into the store. Okay, we're going to go down here to Teddy's. Okay, it's not there. Alright, so we need to go to Windrowers. There it is, right there. So this one is cheap. We got Tedder mode right there. What if we change the color? What's it going to do to my price? Okay, doesn't cost anything. Sweet. Okay, let's change these to like a... Oh, let's go like a gray. How about a darker gray? I don't like that actually. How about down in here? Oh, let's try that. Design color. What's the design color? Must be those little pieces on the back. There we go. Let's buy it like this. And let's make these black. There. Let's buy it like this. There, $800, and we own a Teddy. Well, we can get this down to our property here. And we can turn all of our grass to hay. Doing a little short recording here over my lunch break, everybody. Missing this map already. So now, the rest of my grass, as long as it's away from my edges, I'm going to turn the rest of that to hay. And then sell it by the same way we've been selling it, which is loaded up into the trailer with my loader and haul it off with the trailer and the bucket and make about $20 some higher than what we were making, and we'll just sell it down here, right here on our own property. Then we don't got to go as far. But now we got to turn all this grass to hay first. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. Let's lower that. Turn it on. Let's move forward. Alright, we're making hay. We are making hay. How about that? We missed some. Let's get back there. We kind of missed a good portion of grass there. I want to make sure we get it all. We might have to overlap a little bit just to make sure that we do get all of what we're doing. Alright, well, I think y'all have seen teddying out grass to hay before. So I'm going to go ahead and get all of this teddied out to hay, and we'll be back with you. Welcome back, everybody. Well, hope you've enjoyed the series so far here on Calmlands in this one tile challenge that was created by Zorch Farming. But I appreciate each and every one of you that have been leaving the likes, and better yet, I really enjoy reading comments. So please leave me some more comments, everybody. Whether it be about a mod that you think would be great for this play, even leave that suggestion, because I will gladly check it out and maybe incorporate it later in the gameplay. But I'm here again to give you a bit of more recording for this episode. I've done some jump cutting because it's long and tedious work and it would take up the entire episode. But you can see now my money is up to $16,349, and I'll show you our harvest income so far. My harvest income so far is $11,861. Okay, you're probably asking, how did I do that? Well, let's take a look from the landscape mode. And here in the landscape mode, you can see, let's go to the paint tool for a minute, and I can bring you up a big square. I had mowed all of this area right here. You know, all of this area right here. Let's change that shape. All the way over here, all the way back down to the end of the tile down here. Mowed all of this grass and sold about, I think it was 3 loads of grass. And then you've seen it already, but we bought a teddy, and then I teddied all the grass into hay. Well, I've been selling the hay, and I don't remember how many loads of hay I've sold already, but I've been selling it right here at my new market stall that all the people traveling in the area can stop by and buy their goods from. But yeah, we've been selling it at my little market right there. The little market here at Rusty's place. Sold several loads of hay. Well, probably asking, again, how are you doing it? Well, I think you have seen how we're doing it. But let's just do a little with you. How about that? So, we'll start the tractor up here. We'll get my loader even with the ground as low as I can get it. Okay, can't really turn. We need to go a little higher. There we go. Now we're level. So then I just drive over and I scoop up the hay. And I just go back and forth across the old hay field here. Yeah, it's tedious work. It takes a while. Only 2,000 liters of hay at a time I can put in my wagon. My wagon only holds 6,000 or 7,000 liters. So then I've been selling it. 7,000 liters in the trailer and an extra 2,000 liters in my bucket. So each time I've been selling 9,000 liters per trip down there to the little market. I haven't sold any of it anywhere else but the little market. So I don't know what the price is doing right now. Maybe we'll just check it out because I've sold quite a few loads. As you can see, we got the money up there now. So maybe we can see if it's hurt our price a little bit, and if it has helped the other two, maybe we will go sell it somewhere else. Let's get this pile here picked up that we made by pushing the hay. So we're doing really well. I was getting pretty worried about my money for a while, but now my money's not too bad right now, actually. 16,000. But remember, everybody, we got a slight problem with that 16,000. Let's just do it now so we don't forget. Okay. Remember, we moved into a new month. Each month I was going to require myself to pay at least 5,000 down on the loan. So I guess here we go, losing money again. Let's repay another 5,000. Alright, well, we're back down to $11,000. Hopefully we can make up back up to 16,000 with the remaining hay there that we still got to pick up off this field. I still have more grass that I can mow on my property, and I'm probably going to do that. I think a couple of the biggest things I want to focus on for upgrading my equipment is I'm really thinking about a different mower. It took forever to mow this grass with that mower, even though I like it, but I think I might get that sickle bar mower that Zorch Farming's using, which I have installed. It's by our good friend Ridiculous Dominic. That sickle bar mower came out at the end of FS22 as an FS22 mod, and then he got it converted for FS25 as well. So I think I might buy that. That's what I'm considering. I don't have enough money for like Gaming Joy's mower yet, and besides, I think Gaming Joy's mower for what we're doing right now is a little too unreal. So I don't know if I'm going to use that one yet, but I might use Raleigh Christie's, or not Raleigh Christie, excuse me. Ridiculous Dominic's sickle bar mower, which is this one here. It's this HDB4 double bar mower. I think we might buy this. And then I'm really thinking I need another way to help make money when we don't have like field work to do or grass work to do. So I'm thinking I need to get maybe like a greenhouse because my production that I got, my salt production, it's just not producing as quick as I thought maybe it would. So I think we might end up getting some kind of greenhouse. I'm gonna go for this multi-crop greenhouse, I think. Use a different greenhouse I haven't used yet. And we might have to get the smaller one. We'll see what our money's like, but I definitely want to try and upgrade the mower. The other thing we need to consider is I gotta watch the money because they're gonna have to be buying a harvester. And I want to make sure I have a harvester bought before our canola field is ready. Which I think we still have plenty of time for that yet because we'll be able to mow our other grass field probably in October or November. My created grass field that we planted, we should be able to get that taken care of. So we'll make some money off of that. The other thing is I'm really thinking a baler. Possibly a baler or a silage bunker. There is 2 fermenting silos that I'd thought about using. Okay, both of them I never have used. One of those fermenting silos is new to FS25. The other fermenting silo came out in 22, but in 25 it has a bigger capacity. I'm almost certain than it did in 22. So I'm thinking that too. Now, there's a number of things that would be helpful. A really cheap forage wagon would be nice, but the cheapest one right now, I think, is just an in-game forage wagon, which would be nice, but I'm not sure if that's what I want to utilize. Utilize a forage wagon or utilize a baler or a fermenting silo or the silage bunker. So 4 choices: silage bunker, fermenting silo, baler, or forage wagon. You know, what's gonna be the better? You know, what should I do? I mean, I like fermenting silos, but I kind of still want to be somewhat not realistic, but not like so unreal. The 2 fermenting silos is considering to use. Both of them are not of unreal production. They produce kind of slow. I don't want to show you those either because I don't really want to give away what I might use compared to what others will use that are doing this challenge. Alright, well, we made another $828 there, plus the little bit that we made off of what was in our bucket. So that's kind of what's going on right now, everybody. I'm going to jump cut to the end of this hay harvest, and I'll bring you back then. Let's see what we can get out of the remaining hay here. We're at 12,000 now. Maybe y'all can take a guess and see if you're gonna be close. I'm gonna guess that we get about, I'm gonna say like 18,000. We're gonna get up to 18,000. That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah, I'm hoping for about 18,000. I don't know if we'll get there, but it's always a good thing to have a wish. So, until then, everybody, we will see you on the last load of hay. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Well, I got all the hay picked up from that area that I mowed right there. And we are delivering our last load of hay here. We got 6,701 liters. The money is at $19,727. Let's see what we can get for it. $795. So we're at 20,523. Nice. All right. Well, we're going to go put the trailer up here out of the way. And we are going to place down our next item. And we'll see what we have left for money. First off, I think what we'll do... Well, we'll leave that there. We still got that lime there in the grass. I put the lime there that was in this trailer from when we were needing to use the trailer. So it's not going to hurt nothing to keep that lime there for now. We will get it picked up and straightened out here later. Let's just put the trailer right there for now. And we're going to put the tractor and all that in the shed here out of the way. Let's put our loader, our other bucket, right down here by our other bucket. Alright. Let's get our weight put over... Where are we going to put the weight? Let's put the weight over here by the trailer attacher support thing that's hiding in the grass there. We'll just dump the weight right there. And then we'll put my front loader right over here. And I think also what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and I am going to get that other mower. So let's go ahead. We'll have this ready to get a new mower. Let's just get this out of the way. We need this out of the way, so let's back this. That should go into the spawn point. There we go. Sweet. That's what we want. Let's move our mower and tractor right here for now, and I think that will work. Alright, we are going to put something down. And I need to look at my picture. I took a picture of it. I can't quite remember where I decided to put this. Let's take a look here. Where did I decide to put this? Is it still, it's not still there. Okay, so I think we're gonna go in here. Let's go into here. I think I know where I want it. So, okay, we're gonna go to productions, factories, we want greenhouses. We're going to go down here towards the bottom. And I'm going to get... Whoops. Switched on me there. I want this fruit and vegetable small for 8,000. Okay, and I want to put it right in here, I think is where it was. Oh yeah, we can customize this too. That's the other thing I forgot. Now what way? I think that's the way I wanted them. Yeah, I think that's the way I wanted them. Okay, now you're not gonna give me that same price now. Maybe I didn't want to put that there. Okay, it's not giving me that same price what I was wanting, so let's go down here. We'll put it down here, see if we can get it kind of straight. That is fairly straight actually. Can we get that any straighter? There we go. Maybe we'll lock that in, snap it. Let's go get away from it a little bit, get away from the sell point there. 85. Yeah, let's go right here, I think. We'll try it right here. Alright. Well, that's not where originally I was going to put it. Okay, we've got a greenhouse. Sweet. Okay, we've got to get some water into that, I know. So let's get this. We need to grab it. So we got it full of water. Okay, let's go down there and see what it looks like. That's a good place for it though, because then our greenhouse is supplying our little market. Okay, we got a few little... Let's shut the tractor off. We got a few little bumps. There's a bump right here and a little bump over on this side. We can maybe try and get those smoothed out. We'll leave it for now, but let's get some water in there. I think it takes some kind of fertilizer too. And then I'll tell you what product I want to do. Okay, here's the water. Let's turn our icons on. Let's get out of the tractor. And let's go into our greenhouse. What do we got? Water and, oh, manure. Okay, can we get some manure from somewhere? Can we get some manure from somewhere? Okay, I'm gonna do a little studying, everybody. I don't mean to cut this short right here, but I want to try and give you some decent content in an episode. So, and I wasn't quite sure what I would really need. I knew it was water, but I couldn't remember if it was manure or fertilizer or what. I apologize for that, but give me a second here to do a little studying and I'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Well, I have studied this a little bit. I can't really find what I would like to have to get manure to this greenhouse, but I've noticed that I still can utilize this greenhouse without the manure, I believe. So if I would have just paid attention a little closer, we wouldn't have had to leave you. So here you can see you can do chili peppers or chili peppers with manure, and then garlic or garlic with manure. So what I'm going to do is, my good friend Bruce's Gaming thought clear back in FS19 towards the end of it that I should have named my channel Spuds, Farmer Spuds, because I like to do potatoes. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to try and make some potatoes in our greenhouse, activate those. And then, what else? I like to have onions when I make potato salad, so let's do a spring onion. And I like to have an occasional tasty strawberry with some ice cream, so let's do some strawberries. We'll do those three things, let those run, and see what we can get by just making them with water. Yeah, those three items. I'm not even going to worry about the price of what I make. Now, this thing's kind of neat. This thing's got like stoppers. So you can click those on and off. When they're on, they raise above the ground, and then they block the pallets from spawning. But I want the pallets to spawn, so we'll leave it like that. We'll see what it does. Hopefully we start getting some potatoes, spring onions, and strawberries. Let's just make sure I got it all on. Okay, potatoes are activated. Spring onions activated, and I did activate the strawberries. Okay, just double checking myself. I got a little over 12,000 liters of water in there for now. But we're going to take this on up here to the store, and I want to sell this mower and get a different mower. But I think I'll wait to get the different mower until we get into October, just in case we get one in used sales for some reason, just in case. This mower's had its workout for now, so I just want something a little better. We'll wait for the cars to go by. We'll get this over here, get it repaired, and sell it. Move the tractor out of the way. Let's get that taken care of. Repair it for $1. Repaint it for $304. Sell it for $3,827. Yes. Okay. So we've got $15,994. Alright, what else can I do before I call it a day here? Before we get some rest and get into our new day. We've done a lot in this episode, I believe. I'm not even sure what kind of time I have left to record. I should have looked before I came back to record tonight. But that's okay. We will just keep moving along. and see what happens. I really need to get another field in, so I think that potentially that's what we might conclude with here, is I might get going on another field before we get into that next day. Hopefully our next day brings us some goods on our property, at least from our greenhouse, I hope. Our bees are producing honey, but they ain't producing very much because we don't got very many over there. That's okay. We need our little bar here. Little trailer support attacher. Let's get our plow. Oh, it's behind the shed here. Let's get another field figured out where I want it to be. And I think I'm gonna go right next to this grass field here. Kind of about right where we mowed. So let's put the old plow in the ground here. And let's turn it on, and let's make a field. Let's make a new field. I'm gonna be probably cautious about wanting to make this a straight edge field probably, but we'll see how bad it is, and hopefully it won't be that bad, and I will just leave it alone. The only place I might change it will be down here on our boundary. I just don't like going outside the other side of that boundary. Let's end it right there and get it over here. And then I gotta figure out how far we're gonna go across. Let's see what this does here, hopefully. Okay. Try and maintain a decent straight line here so I don't gotta fix it with the paint tool. Yeah, I know, in real life you couldn't do that anyway, so why am I gonna do it in this game? Well, that's because I'm too picky and I like things to look nice, and I'm already getting a little crazy with it. How wide are we now? We're probably pretty good right there. Let's go right there. Maybe we can then do like 4 fields. Maybe or 3 fields, and the other field on the end here be really wide. Be big. We're gonna have to fix that there. That's okay. We get this down here. And I'll probably trace out, finish plowing in this field off camera, everybody. Potentially. Or I might, you know what I might do? I might actually just get her plowed and we'll check my recording time. Maybe I'll jump cut the plowing. We'll get into that next day so we can see what we're going to do in the next day. And then we could have our next episode be in the next day. Next month, I mean. Raise it right there. Yeah, we're going to have to touch this up so my edges look nice, I think, eventually. Alright, I'm gonna stop her right here and check my time, everybody. We'll be back. Welcome back, everybody. Well, I ended up getting this field all plowed out, fertilized and limed off camera. Now I'm going to put in some barley in this field. So now I got 3 fields on the property ready. With crop, 1 grass field, 1 canola field, and now this barley field here. So things are looking up. We got $14,678. I did have to buy 3 more pallets of lime for this field because I ran out. That's the only money I've spent off camera so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this here field seeded with barley, and I think we will move into the next day in the next episode, everybody. So I'm gonna leave it here and seed in this barley, finish doing it off camera, and bring you back in for the next episode as we change into the next day, or the next month, I should say. So, if you've enjoyed the gameplay so far, please make sure you have dropped a tasty treat on that like button, which is better known by myself as a cop battery and by you all people as a delicious donut. Don't forget to leave us comments in the comment section, and please share a box of donuts with all our friends and family by sharing the videos and the live streams from the channel. But from myself, RustyMoney, we will see you all on the flip side, everybody. Have a good one.
PlayStation